Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rap and Wrestling. It's your boy, T the Monster. Let's talk about what happened last night on the last episode on the USA Network of WWE Monday Night Raw. So, we're going to go ahead and get into it, and as I just said, it will be the last episode on USA. They will be on Netflix as of next week. January 6th, Raw goes to Netflix, where they already have a big, gigantic matchup and lineup already set for everyone. I think they're stacking this one as if it's some kind of PLE, so shout out to them for that. But getting into last night and what happened on Monday Night Raw, first thing I have here on my list from yesterday is, let's get into, I want to talk. Actually, let's start with this. Let's start with the women's Intercontinental finalist matches that happened yesterday. Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark. First of all, both of those matches were stellar. Very, very good matches. Very, very good wrestlers in the match as well. There weren't any botches that I really noticed going on in the match. And on top of that, both of those women, they know how to wrestle. On top of them looking pretty good while doing it as well. Having a great match, storytelling throughout the match. They made both of them look good as well. Dakota Kai got the win, so we'll be seeing her as one of the finalists for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So shout out to her. Good job, Dakota Kai. Like literally, like her and Zoe Stark put on a great match. You can obviously tell they've been getting better and better with each outing that they're having on Monday Night Raw. So shout out to both of those women for doing a great job. Let me also get into the other finalist match that we had as well yesterday with Lyra Valkyria and Io Sky. Another great match. Now they're coming a long way with these women's matches. As someone who's been watching wrestling forever, they're not matches that you can go to the bathroom on and go get your popcorn on anymore. There's actually competition now. They actually know how to wrestle. There's storytelling being built. There's good spots in the matches. There's minimum botching and things like that going on also. So these matches are coming out great. Like that Io Sky match yesterday was great. Like that was a great match. Lyra Valkyria, she actually won against Io Sky, and I believe she actually looked pretty shocked that she actually beat Io Sky yesterday, going to the finalist match against Dakota Kai for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So we will see how that goes. I think they're putting that on the Raw Netflix episode next week for the belt. So let's be sure to go out to watch and tune in on that. Also, speaking of tuning in, if you haven't, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We be sure to post at least twice a week on Raw and SmackDown, and we post reels every single day. We post shorts. We post shorts every single day on what's been going on WWE Monday Night Raw and what's been going on in the WWE Universe. Another thing that happened yesterday on Monday Night Raw, we saw Sheamus return. Sheamus returned in the middle of Ludwig Kaiser, in the middle of the European Elegant Man himself, giving a promo and saying whoever else comes out from the match, da-da-da-da-da. You know how they usually lead into the pointing and then someone comes out, the whole thing. And Sheamus came out. Now this is an interesting match interesting feud I think that they're going to have, because you got Sheamus, who's a bruiser, who's a hard-hitting brute. You got Kaiser, who's been putting on great matches, honestly, in the last 1 to 3 months. Kaiser's been putting on great matches. He's been cutting great promos. He's starting to build himself as his heel, which is good as well. I believe The Undertaker said it best on his podcast that Ludwig Kaiser just has a face that you want to punch. So, good job to Kaiser for showing great promo work, showing great mic work as well, and then looking great also against Sheamus returning to WWE as well last night. Like I said, this should be a good feud. Kaiser's last feud was great as well. He had a great match last time in his last feud. Let's see what him and Sheamus do. Sheamus being the bruiser he is, and Kaiser growing to be the heel that he is also. Moving on from those, we also had the New Day in this ring with Jey Uso as well to start off the show. So I believe the New Day came out looking to address the crowd to explain themselves with what's been going on, and then Jey Uso came out and just basically said to them that they suck. He said, "New Day sucks." I believe I posted the reel for that, so you can go check that out as well. He posted the New Day sucks. He said you guys suck, basically based on what's been going on with them and Big E, that whole entire debacle. So I would love to see, like I said last episode, I would love to see Big E get cleared in time for Mania, just to have a match against him too, with him picking a tag team partner of his own. So let's see what happens with that. New Day still getting nuclear heat and not being allowed to even say a word now against the crowd or to the crowd in whatever city that they're in. To me, this is becoming very, very reminiscent on Dominic Mysterio and how he got started once he turned on his dad when he had his feud with Rey Mysterio. So good job from New Day from being literally, in the last 10 years, some of the most likable characters, one of the biggest tag teams, one of the most longest reigning tag team champions of all time, to literally being the biggest heat magnet that we have currently now in WWE, right behind Dominic Mysterio. And speaking of, I wouldn't be surprised if we seen a face flip from Dominic Mysterio going into 2025. Would that be interesting to see? Hell yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because he's the biggest heel. So it's only right that that momentum will flip to make him the biggest face. But I digress. Another match that happened yesterday as well was we saw Damian Priest and the War Raiders go up against the Judgment Day also. My take on this match is I wish that they would hurry up and wrap up the Damian Priest and the Finn Balor drama, only because it's dragged on a little bit too long, for the simple fact that, yeah, we know that they don't like each other. Let them go ahead and get that big one-on-one feud that they need against each other, and then just let them end that, and then let them both go their respective ways and go into another feud. It kind of feels like they're dragging it out just a little bit too much. That's just my opinion on it. I'm just a fan who's been watching wrestling for 30-something years, who happens to understand what's going on. So, in my 30-something years, I definitely just showed my age. But what do I know? I'm just a fan who watches WWE and can kind of see how things go. I'm a fan, and I can kind of tell you if things are getting stale or dry or not. So let's go ahead and wrap this up really quick, as in the Damian Priest and Finn Balor saga. Lastly, Seth Rollins and CM Punk both had a great job that was displayed on the microphone without even touching each other and making it physical. Both going very, very raw in what they have to say about themselves and the reason that they're feuding, essentially. CM Punk, of course, talking about, hey man, you're in my rearview mirror. I'm not even thinking about you anymore. Like, I train. You're the reason I'm the reason you're even here. So on and so forth. Seth going and say, you left, you abandoned us, you tried to talk shit about us and burn down the company while I was waving the flag for WWE and being the one to put the asses in seats while you were gone. And now you're basically trying to come back when it's hot and ride the coattails, essentially, and wave the flag with us, I believe is what he said. And then, so it's interesting to see how, like, they blur the lines of reality and fiction with what's going on in this feud. So, as I said before, I do think that this feud, the Seth versus CM Punk feud, is going to feed people for generations on Netflix because of the great matches that they can have. Now, I think they're just going to do one match, and that's going to be at the Raw on Netflix, because I got some rumors that I think this is going to happen, and I think that eventually they're going to have Punk versus Roman at WrestleMania. If that's to happen, then of course it's going to be a very short feud with Seth Rollins. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Hopefully we can get further matches between those two down the line. Granted, they had the pure whatever number it was brawl where they were fighting each other throughout the crowd, but like, I think we deserve as fans more than one match with these two based on how good it can be. That said, since Punk is healed up now, of course he's able to work a full match. Rollins is also healed up now, he's able to work a full match. Both have had some time off just to kind of rest and heal up since their last feuds, and to see them both healthy going into the new year, we should get more than one match, man, especially with Mania coming up, Elimination Chamber coming up as well. So let's see what they do with that. So good job, of course, all around from both men combined in creating a very, very memorable segment from Monday Night Raw. And honestly, that's all I really have for you on the recap of what happened last night on Monday Night Raw. It was a great show. It was a great show. Great, I guess you can consider it a go-home show. Seeing that, of course, they're off of USA now, and then of course it really promoting the next show going into next week for Raw on Netflix. So great job from the entire team over at WWE. Good job, guys. Keep that shit going. It keeps people like me interested in watching, people like me who are longtime fans. So that's all I have for you for this week on the Raw recap. If you guys just do me the kind favor of liking, comment, and subscribing if you haven't already, be sure to hit that notification so whenever we do drop something, you get it first. So thank y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.